Good morning and welcome to Church on the Net. We are in October and the second week of our fundraiser, which we'll talk about later. Today we're going to look at the full armor of God. The battle is real, whether you want to believe it or not. We just spoke earlier today with one of our guys and prayed over him who had been being prayed for by a witch and a coven for nefarious reasons. But in this day and age, we tend to try to blow off the supernatural, but it's real. It's very, very real. And the battles that we're in, they're very real. And I know that it's a very simple thing that I give at the end of each devotion: to read, to tithe, to pray, to stay reachable and stay teachable, stay humble and kind. Those are truly keys to stay in the sweet spot with Jesus. As we read through Ephesians 6:10 through 20, it talks about our wrestle is not against flesh and blood. And then it goes through and gives you different pieces of armor to put on to protect you from the evil one. And now there are some to fight against him as well, like the sword of the Spirit. But one of the ones that we've identified as probably one of the most important ones is the helmet of salvation. Salvation is something that Christ did for you. You accept it, but you didn't have to do anything else. And it protects your brain. Where the devil seems to attack the most is our brain. He wants to get us off. He wants to get us off base. He wants to own us. And he'll do it any way that he can. Many times he will play mind games. He will separate us from the people that keep us strong. He'll make us think that people judge us when they don't. Sometimes they do. But he'll make us feel worse about ourselves than we actually should. The battle is real. So I want to talk to you about something we've talked about, and that's fighting Paraclese. You see, in ancient times when they fought in the Bible, they didn't have machine guns, they didn't have guns, they had swords. They fought back to back, sometimes even touching your back and your rear end together so that you know that your back was covered, that you had somebody you trusted to take care of you and make sure that you were staying alive and that you were protected. You had to have people very special to do that, people to have your back. Now, in today's society, we have very few have people that actually have our back. And sometimes we think we have people that have our back, and they really don't. They're set out for our destruction. And we live in this utopian world. We think that everybody loves us and wants to take care of us. That's not the truth. And the time to find out is not in crisis. In DLM, we talk about learning how to lean and finding your mighty men. Mighty men are people of the same gender, not interested in anything other than being your friend and being a true friend and a brother, lifting you up, pushing you forward. These are people that can tell you exactly the way they feel with love and compassion. They have carte blanche to tell you that you need to fix some things. Because you know at the end of the day, they're going to do it out of love, not of hate and spite. But if you don't put on your armor, if you don't armor yourself up, if you don't stay reachable and stay teachable, there's nothing that they can do except watch you get trampled. See, we read in Psalms 91, he'll only let you see with your eyes the destruction of the wicked. The wicked be unfaithful, wicked be people that are stuck in their own pride. It doesn't have to be nefariously wicked. Somebody who's allowing themselves to usurp what Christ should be in their life. What are you doing, and are you leaning? And more importantly, do you have people that lean on, that really care about you, that have no ill will towards you? They just want to see you succeed. I have an amazing group of mighty men, and I have an amazing group of guys. And some of them run, they do. And sometimes I chase, and sometimes I let them go for a little bit. I'm always going to be there, but I know what I bring to the table. I know my worth. And if you refuse to listen and you don't want to listen, I don't really want to talk. I'd rather you be receptive than make it something weird or odd that it shouldn't be. Because see, I do have better things to do. If you don't want teaching, I don't want to give it to you. If you don't want my friendship, if you don't want my care, my love, then okay, that's fine. You don't have to have it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to quit praying for you. And it doesn't mean that my commission stops, because you see, I work for the Lord, not for you. It's hard for some people to get a grasp on. So, are you putting on the full armor of God? My mighty men wear a shield. Well, I've given it to them to wear. A shield that says, our wrestle is not against flesh and blood, hangs over your heart to remind you that this fight that we're in, it's not against flesh and blood. It's against the rulers in this dark world and the principalities and the heavenly realms, people that, it's the entities that want to pull you apart and to separate you and disseminate you and divide you and conquer you. So, if you want to know more about what deeper level mentoring is and what our life coaching programs do, just send me a direct message. That's all. It's a free program. We do have a very high accountability, and but the cool thing is there's no condemnation. I know that you're going to make mistakes. The goal is to get you to understand that and move forward in grace. Also, with part of our new program we're going to be offering is coming to churches and teaching them the DLM program as their men's program for their church. Finding a core team of mighty men within that church to take the message that we have through message and meetings and fun stuff that men would like. If you're interested in that, let me know. Now, here's the other two ways. Our fundraiser. You may ask, how's that a fundraiser? Well, you see, we're hoping to get on some home mission budgets from some churches, because we tend to go into the community to reach for men. We don't wait for them to come to us. Quite often they do come to us, but we go into the community. The other things are twofold. We are averaging about $500 shortage since COVID each month. And we're looking for families that want to support 15, 25, 10 a month, 50, 100 a month, to pull up that shortage for 1 year, making a 1 year commitment. The other thing we're going to do, every year we do a fundraiser to kind of tie up loose ends from the year. But also the most important thing is we send gifts to kids of some of our guys who may be in jail or maybe not have any money. We send them gifts in their name. In other words, they don't come from deeper level mentoring. They come from the individual. And this year that goal is $3,000. We have a gentleman who was in a car accident. I haven't reached out to him yet, but we would like to help him and his family out if we can. I know of 3 kids, but he's been dismembered a little bit and I'm sure down, so keep praying for him as well. I'm not going to say his name because I haven't asked permission. But then we have some other guys, some other young people that we try to help through the holidays. Send something from us. We also have, starting again in January, our Bible memory for kids. That's going to be starting. If you know of kids, do you have kids or you have grandkids or nieces or nephews that would want to do that? It's a really cool program. And then also, if you are interested, we will be starting Experiencing God, the study, in the next few weeks. So I hope that you have an amazing day. I hope you put on your full armor every day. I have a mirror in my room. I put on my full armor every day. I have to. Remember to put that helmet on. Don't let other people bring you down or affect you in a negative way. Remember to carry that sword of the word and the shield of faith. And remember that you are a gift. You are amazing. You are a blessing. You are priceless to me. I love each and every one of you. Have a great Sunday.